The Tale of the Golden Crocodile. In the heart of the deep, shadowy forest near the village of Zumba, there was a legend that chilled everyone who heard it. It was said that hidden in the darkest part of the jungle lived a golden crocodile, a creature with scales as bright as the sun but eyes as cold as night. This crocodile was no ordinary beast, it was magical, and whoever could capture it would bring endless wealth and prosperity to their village. But the crocodile was also fierce and cunning, and many brave hunters had tried to catch it. Some never returned. Those who did came back with tales of terrifying growls in the night, unseen eyes watching from the shadows, and traps that mysteriously failed. Fear gripped the village as whispers spread, was it even possible to catch such a creature? In this village lived a young fisherman named Kofi. He was not the biggest or the strongest, but he had something the others didn't, an unshakable belief in himself. Kofi loved his village and wanted nothing more than to help his people. So when he heard about the golden crocodile, he decided, despite the fear in his heart, that he would be the one to catch it. Kofi's journey began under a sky heavy with clouds as if warning him to turn back. But he pressed on, determined. He trekked deep into the jungle, where shadows twisted into frightening shapes and strange sounds echoed through the trees. Night after night, Kofi felt eyes on him, but whenever he turned around, there was nothing there, only silence and the rustling of leaves. One evening, as Kofi was about to rest by a river, he saw a flash of gold in the water. His heart pounded. Was this it? He quietly hid behind a tree and waited. Time dragged on, and the jungle grew eerily silent. Then, out of the stillness, the golden crocodile appeared, moving with the grace of a spirit. Its scales shimmered under the moonlight, and its eyes glowed, filled with ancient wisdom and warning. But just as Kofi was about to make his move, he heard a voice, a low, menacing whisper, from within the trees, "Live, or be lost forever." It was the voice of the jungle itself. Kofi's courage wavered, but he remembered why he was there. He thought of his village, the children playing, the elders telling stories by the fire, and the hunger they sometimes felt when the crops failed. He couldn't give up. With his heart racing, Kofi focused on a plan. He knew he couldn't use brute strength, so he decided to use his mind instead. He watched the crocodile closely, learning its habits. It seemed to move a certain way, as if drawn to a spot near the riverbank. Kofi noticed the crocodile always paused at that spot, sniffing the air. With quick thinking, Kofi set a clever trap there, using nothing but his fishing net and some leaves. The next evening, the golden crocodile returned. Kofi held his breath as it neared the trap. Would it work? His hands trembled, knowing that if it didn't, the creature might attack. The tension was unbearable. Then it happened. The crocodile stepped right into the trap. For a split second, the creature's eyes locked onto Kofi's. They weren't filled with anger or fear, they were calm, almost as if the crocodile had chosen to let itself be caught. Kofi's heart thudded in his chest as he quickly secured the net. He had done it. But as he carried the golden crocodile back to the village, Kofi felt a strange mix of triumph and sorrow. The creature had given itself willingly, almost as if it had a purpose beyond just bringing riches. When Kofi returned, the villagers erupted in celebration. They danced, sang, and praised Kofi's bravery. But Kofi couldn't shake the feeling that the crocodile's capture meant more than just prosperity, it felt like a test of his spirit. The golden crocodile was placed in the heart of the village, not as a prisoner, but as a guardian. From that day forward, the village of Zumba prospered. Crops grew abundantly, children laughed and played, and the people lived in harmony. But Kofi never forgot the look in the crocodile's eyes, a look that reminded him that sometimes, true strength lies not in power, but in understanding, kindness, and courage. Kofi's name became a legend, but he always reminded others that the greatest treasure wasn't gold or riches, it was the strength of heart and mind and the love for one's people. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to be informed of our next story.